Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. So it's Saturday, and I am wanting to share this with you that I was just sitting here thinking of some hacks and things that I do around my home, not so much in the kitchen, but yeah, it could be mostly. Um, Things that I do that work. Just little tiny hacks that really do work. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Sandy, also known as Mimi. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you do watch this to the end, enjoy it, leave a comment below afterwards, and let me know if you've ever tried any of these hacks and if they work for you. Or if you have a hack that you would like to share with us, leave it in the comments below, and let's get started. So I took out some things that I do on a regular basis to help with things, okay? The very first thing that I said, there's no way this works. It's impossible, okay? But it does work. How many times have you reached into your cabinet to get some brown sugar and it is crunchy hard, okay? Even if it's in a canister or a mason jar, it can still get hard. Well, I took some out one time. I put it in a container with one slice of bread. And I don't know, it wasn't even a few hours later or maybe later on that day. Now, I can't be specific because I honestly don't remember, but it wasn't long. The bread got really hard and the brown sugar got really soft, like it was just bought from the store. It was perfect. So I don't fret anymore over hard brown sugar. I just put some in a container and I put a slice of bread in it if I want it to soften up quickly so that I can use it. So that's the first hack. And I think that's the one that impressed me the most. The second hack is, you don't like scrubbing pans? Well, here you go. Take some dishwashing detergent, either a pod, the powder, the liquid gel, whatever it is you have. Put it in rinse out your pan. Put this in the bottom of your pan, your baking dish, whatever is a mess. Fill it up with really hot water. Let it sit a few minutes. And then you can just wash your pan and most of the stuff comes right out. Especially if you did use a non-stick cooking spray. But sometimes those in itself leave a residue or something behind on your pans and dishes. But this is a great way to just quickly clean a pan without running it through the dishwasher, without scrubbing. Okay, gets it done in a jiffy. The other hack, and it really does work, is sleepy time tea. So a couple of years ago, I tried this actually, and because I wasn't sleeping well, and I noticed that like within 20 minutes or so after drinking it, sometimes sooner, I would just drift off into the most peaceful, deep, restful sleep that I've ever had. And I had to try this again early this morning. I was awake from 1 a.m. until 5 a.m. 5 a.m., I said, you know what, I got to try my sleepy time tea. I made a cup of tea. I drank it at 5:12 a.m. I was done with it. That was the last time I looked at the clock. And I slept 4 solid hours. I woke up about, maybe it was like 4.5. I woke up at 9:45 this morning. And this is not the first time that this tea has worked for me. So if you can't sleep or occasionally you have trouble falling asleep, you might want to try some Sleepy Time Extra. Okay, make sure you get the extra. But yeah, that works really, really well. Another hack that I love is baking soda. Now, there are so many uses for baking soda, but the two top ways that I use baking soda. Number one, when I hand wash dishes, I use a dishpan with very hot water, like couple of drops of Dawn, and a sprinkle or two of baking soda. The baking soda helps dissolve anything that if it's still left on the dishes, even though I rinse them very well and scrape them. It gives a good shine to your dishes. It gets them extra clean, on like a real nice shine to them. And I found that if you're using a dishpan and you use some Dawn and you put a few shakes of baking soda in there, the suds and the water actually stays cleaner and you get more suds. Like, those suds would last you all day. It's amazing. Try it. Let me know what you think. This is an easy hack that anyone can do. Okay? The second hack is, if I don't want to use one of these in my pans, then I will just sprinkle some baking soda, fill the pan up or the bowl with hot water, and then let it soak a few minutes, and I don't have to scrub a pan. So that works really well. Another way I use it is in my drains. Once a week, I like to pour some in my kitchen drains and in my bathroom drains and run some vinegar through it, either apple cider or wine vinegar. Let it suds up. It eats everything up, pushes everything through, and keeps your drains smelling really fresh. And another one I love, and I am not getting paid for this, but Dawn really is, to me, the best dishwashing liquid. So I am going to be saying Dawn a lot, but there are some off-brands that are just as good, and I've purchased them myself. There's nothing wrong with them. Just look for something that's comparable to Dawn. Dawn in a dish rag or a rag, okay? You can wet a rag, make it like with warm water, put a little bit of Dawn on there, go over all your windows, your appliances, tile in the bathroom, whatever you want to sparkle up and clean at the same time. And then don't rinse, just wipe it dry with a dry cloth or a dry paper towel. And you're going to find that your windows are cleaner than you ever could have gotten them with Windex or glass cleaner. I'm telling you, there's no streaks, there's nothing. The key is to only use a tiny, tiny drop. Another way to do it is you could also fill up a little dishpan or bowl or something with some hot water, put a little tiny bit of Dawn in the water, dunk your rag in it, rinse it out, and use it to wash your windows, like I said, your appliances, anything like that that you want to shine up. And it really does work. So I love that hack. I love it. I can't remember the last time I bought Windex, to be honest with you. I think I have a bottle here that's about 4 or 5 years old of Windex or glass cleaner. So that's the other hack. And this hack, okay, salt. All right. You're probably saying, well, what can she possibly do with salt? Well, this is what happened. We had a snowstorm the other day, and then we were getting sub-zero temperatures and brutal wind chills, and it was just going to be a mess. And I went to find my rock salt and didn't have any ice melt. Okay, so Mimi wasn't prepared for that. I will be now. And I'm thinking to myself, well, there's salt in rock salt. I'm going to try table salt. So I got a box of table salt. And we had shoveled the driveway. And, there's always that thin layer of snow that turns into ice, or the little bits that you couldn't get up. It can melt when the sun hits it, and then the minute the sun starts to go down, it starts to refreeze. So I didn't want any patches of ice or anything on the property. So I went out with a box of salt, and I tried it. The minute the salt hits the ice, you could hear it crackling, and it breaks up the ice. And then you could just get your shovel and just chip it away and get rid of it. It worked really, really well. The sidewalk was very clear, but I put some on there anyway in case there was any residue, snow blowing that could have, froze. anything like that. So table salt is a really good hack if you have nothing else to help melt some ice and snow. Try table salt. Okay? So these are Mimi's hacks that really work. I have tried these myself. I use them myself. Every single one of them works like a charm. I hope they work for you too. And I hope that you liked this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you ever heard of any of these hacks, and add some new ones to the comments so we can all learn from each other. Share what you know. That's what the YouTube community is all about, right? Sharing what we know. So guys, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. And if you are a new watcher on here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'd love to have you join our community. I love you guys, and now I'm going to go do some hacks.